Welcome to the Doubles Only Tennis Podcast, where you learn the best doubles strategies to improve your game and win more matches. I'm your host, Will Bocek. This podcast, my website, and my weekly newsletter all focus on the goal of better understanding the sport of doubles and helping players like you improve faster through actionable advice that you can use in your very next match. My goal is to provide the best doubles strategy resources in the world. And to do that, I study, analyze, and work with players at every level of the game, all the way up to the ATP and WTA tours. If you enjoy this podcast, I've created doubles strategy products that go even deeper if you want to take your doubles knowledge to the next level. At the end of this episode, I'll explain more about them, or if you want to learn more now, go to thetennistribe.com/products. Here's today's episode. This is the final post-match interview that you'll hear from the 2025 Dallas Open. This time we talk with Robert Cash and JJ Tracy. This is a very young team. They recently played at Ohio State University, so they are pretty fresh out of college, and this was probably their biggest result on the ATP Tour to date. They both just cracked the top 100, but I assure you they will continue to rise in the ranks. They play a very, very high level of doubles. We chatted with them after their quarterfinal win, which was a 3-set victory over Krajicek Ram and Austin Krajicek, and they were super excited, you could tell, to make an ATP 500 semi-final. We talk a little bit about the match. We also discuss college tennis and transitioning onto the pro tour and the doubles tour in particular. And we also asked JJ whether he's going to prioritize singles or doubles going forward. And I actually really loved his answer to this. He is totally open to the idea of becoming a full-time doubles player, which is something you don't hear a ton, especially from someone as young as he is. So this was a really fun conversation. This is definitely a team to keep an eye on, an All-American team that played college tennis in the States to root for. So without further delay, enjoy this short post-match interview with Robert Cash and JJ Tracy. All right, so huge win. Would y'all say this might be the biggest win of your career so far?
I mean, yeah, there's definitely a lot of highlights, but, this is definitely one of them. Dallas is a special place, and, we felt super at home here, and, I think this is top 3 wins for sure, getting to this spot.
Awesome. What about the match specifically? You win the first set, you lose the second. I think there was only 2 break points in the entire match, so a lot of kind of serve dominance, which isn't uncommon on the ATP doubles side. And then how did you go about turning it around in the tiebreaker as well?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes with us, you don't always see the serve dominance, but each teams were serving really great today. So, I think we just kind of took a little 3-minute breather and, timed out and said, look, we're just going to swing, and whatever happens, happens. We're happy to be here. We're happy to be in Dallas.
What do y'all think of the tournament so far? It's a new 500 event. Obviously, it was a 250 last year. I don't think either of you were there last year. How's this compared to some of the other pro tournaments you've played so far in your young careers?
It's unbelievable. The facility's beautiful. The city's super beautiful as well. We're super lucky to be here. We haven't played too many ATP events, but this one is definitely one of the nicer ones we've seen. A lot of the players have said similar things. So, yeah, it's beautiful, and we're just lucky to be here.
Were there any adjustments that you tried to make since the match was so kind of serve dominant? Did you do anything tactically to try to kind of get into some of those return games a bit more?
Yeah, I mean, we had our coach on the side telling us stuff, and I mean, we picked a few of those out, and I think we just tried to keep our swings a little shorter and pick our target before the point started and stick with it. So, kind of trust what we have been taught the last, 20 years of our lives.
Are both of you guys playing a singles schedule this year too? And if so, how are you going to balance singles versus doubles, just given the Challenger Tour versus the ATP Tour?
I'm mostly just doubles, so it makes it easier for me. But he'll have singles and doubles. He'll try to play at least. So.
Yeah, I play some singles here and there at the Challengers when we play the Challengers. But if our ranking keeps going up, then I'm fully committed to doubles, and happy to pursue the doubles right now.
Okay, so if push comes to shove, doubles would, like if you were in the top 50 in doubles, you would take that over Challenger Tour singles?
Yes.
What about, I know college tennis to the pros, there's been a big pipeline of a lot of players who've been successful on doubles tour. Have you guys looked to guys that are years ahead of you as inspiration or examples to convince you to go full-time on doubles? Or what does that pipeline, I guess, look like of the collegiate success?
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I don't know, I think it's all semi, like half the top 100 is like all guys college ties. So it's unbelievable what the college guys can do in doubles, and it shows how strong the college level is in doubles. In terms of two specific players, I don't necessarily have any, but I mean, Krajicek Ram and Krajicek are two guys you definitely look up to. I've followed Krajicek like my whole life. He's been pro. It's probably the entire time I've been alive just about. So those guys went to college, so they're big inspirations, and just all the guys that have played college motivate us, and we want to get to the level they're at.
How do you think doubles can become more popular on the Pro Tour?
I think they do a great job of getting the big names in there when they can, but I don't know. I think maybe you could try out some more fun formats, but I'm no expert. I don't have any amazing ideas.
Yeah, you'll come up with more ideas as you play more tournaments on tour, I'm sure. Awesome. Congrats, guys, and good luck in the semis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Doubles Only podcast. If you're interested in diving deeper into any topics I discuss, I've created doubles strategy products that allow me to bring you more podcasts and other doubles content without relying on paid ads. I have ebooks and courses that help you make better strategic decisions during matches and become the smartest player on the court. Go to thetennistribe.com/products to learn more. You can also join my free weekly doubles strategy newsletter that includes video lessons and more on our homepage. If you want to connect, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or email me directly, will@thetennistribe.com.